Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode and the final season of Frozen Fortunes, episode 2. Now, we're on the profile of Dunga because, well, he stole the show in the last video, and I'm hoping he makes a habit of it this season. I'm hoping he could be the final cog that we needed to really push on and become a European threat. And I'm in love with him already. Let's just say that. Dungarees, if you make the Champions League final. I'm saying it right now. If we reach the Champions League final, I will be presenting that video. I might even be able to do a live stream of that. In dungarees. Don't worry. Em loves the 80s, so she's got tons of pairs of dungarees that I'm sure I could ruin by fitting my fat ass in them. Bruno extra dip. Yeah, well, this season he bloody well has been. The amount of assists that he's got more dip than a takeaway restaurant. Dunga could turn into this team's version of De Bruyne. Yeah, I'd like to think that could be the case. Not so sure about that, though, because De Bruyne gets more assists, whereas Dunga is a goal machine. I don't think he's actually netted a single assist this year, as you can see. 5 goals in 5 appearances, 1 off the bench, but no assists so far. But he has been an absolute rock for us so far. But I don't think De Dunga really works so well, so we'll have to come up with something better for him than that. Will you be doing a looking forward video for this series? Yes, I actually talked about it in the analysis video, but I understand that not everyone watches that. Yeah, there will be a 20-year flash forward looking forward video after the final episode. It won't be immediately after because it's going to take me a few days probably to sim those 20 years because it's a slow boy, unfortunately. Can you possibly do a Fulham series? Well, I think by now you probably already know that that is exactly what's going to happen if you watched the update video that would have gone out on Friday, I believe. Anyway, so Fulham is going to be my base to save. So yeah, got that to look forward to. I'm going to actually try and recreate the style of tactics that Slaviša Jokanovic is using with Fulham and see how that works on the new game. What happened with Simovic is less of a glitch and actually pretty realistic. Teammates won't always go to the manager and will instead talk to each other. And bitch, yeah, I actually think you're pretty much right there. I hadn't really thought of that option. I don't know if that is because that's part of the game or if it actually is just a glitch, but we're going to roleplay, and that's exactly what has happened. So what we've come to the conclusion is that Simovic is a Simmer bitch? I don't know. Point is, it doesn't matter because he's happy to stay anyway. In fact, the only player that's unhappy is Bruno Dip when I brought in Dunga because he's somehow afraid that that Dunga is going to take his spot, even though Bruno Dip is a left wing back. But hey, he has some kind of inferiority complex over Dunga. I think it's because he can play attacking midfielder, but mate, you're not playing in that position. Also, thank you to the person that finally got me in the right direction and pointed out this menu. This is the one I was looking for the last 2 seasons in the analysis videos that shows you where people played, in what positions, and what sort of roles they performed during that, which... oh, God, I'm glad. I also think that this comes deep to get ball trait that he's got is actually helping him out quite a lot. He's coming deep to getting it, adding an extra body in that midfield more regularly, and then bombing on from deep and allowing him to lose his marker. It seems to be making a bit of a difference, and that's something that none of our other AMs have actually had. Right, a couple of games off camera, but what we're mainly here for is the 2 Champions League matches, some more games off camera in between, but it's the Champions League. That's where it's at the moment. That's all we care about. First off, we thumped Midtjylland 4-0. We had a few poor results against them a couple of seasons ago, losing the odd game, but we've sort of got back on the horse on that one. Vladimir Herzeg had an absolutely wonderful game in this one. He scored twice and assisted the other 2, one for Krejci and one, finally, the first ever senior goal for us anyway, for Diego Maurizio. He scored a few out on loan at Hobro last year, even in their horrible season, but he finally got off the mark for us. I was beginning to get a bit worried about him, but he put in a solid performance and scored. Herzeg did get injured though, and he's going to be out for a few weeks, I think. Next up in the cup, away at second tier Roskilde, we did not play well. I mean, we did play well, but the fact that we only scored 1 goal is very, very disturbing from this game. They did nothing, of course. We had enough chances to maybe have 5 or 6 in this match. To only win this 1-0 is shocking. However, Dunga was the man that rescued us from this one and was man of the match as a result yet again. He really bailed us out here. We were not on the verge of going out per se, but really struggling in the cup these days. Knocked out in the last 2 seasons by poorer sides. Very, very unfortunate here. Still won the game, though. That's the main thing. We are through. We then capped off the run with another clean sheet and another win, this time away at reasonably decent high-flying HP Kyrgyz. Barbello scored yet another goal for us and was man of the match on the night with 100% of his tackles won. The man is just a monster for us. Matthias Olsen then scored one before Diego Maurizio added a 3rd on the night, which was brilliant to see him get 2 in 2 then in the league, which is nice to see him finally scoring a few there. They did miss a penalty in this one, so the clean sheet was on the line, but we have kept a lot of clean sheets this season. In fact, we've kept 8 clean sheets in our first 10 matches this season, only conceding 3 goals and scoring 28 goals, I think, so far in our first 10 games. So off to a pretty good start. 7 points above Aalborg. Usual suspects up there as well, but Kyrgyz and Sunnius still flying around in the good position. Sunnius have now lost a couple of games, so they'll probably slide back down. Copenhagen have won a couple, but they're still not in the championship group. It's a weird situation for them. Schalke really are starting to struggle now down at the bottom, but you'd kind of expect that. Top scorer, though, is still a Kyrgyz player with 10 goals in 10 games. Pretty damn good start for him. Maybe Sveni and Rally will have some rivals this year. But none of that that really matters, as today we host Schalke. This is, I think, the key game in the group. A win at home to Schalke is vital, because they are, I believe, the second best team in this group, in theory, according to the seedings anyway. And they were able to beat Sporting Lisbon, only narrowly, 2-1. So hopefully us and Schalke can put a bit of a distance. I just want to have this one wrapped up by the time we get to the sixth game, so we can skip an episode, if you like. This is going to be difficult, I can tell. They're actually the favourites for this one, which is surprising. It really, really is. Good form they're in, though. So apparently they're going to play a 4-4-2. So we'll just have to kind of go after, I guess Salazar's the main man in the middle. We're obviously going to stick with our normal system for this one. They've got their fullbacks, but they look pretty withdrawn, so I don't expect to see an awful lot of overlapping. I think we could control this one in the midfield with Dunga, particularly adding to that, and hopefully get a bit of possession in this game. That's the plan anyway. Now, unfortunately, Cunha did pick up an injury during this run of games. I think he's concussed, and he's certainly going to be out for at least this match. Luckily, Matthias Olsen is fit and available, and fresh legs will have to, well, he's going to get himself a Champions League start, which I feel like he deserves, frankly. It's about bloody time. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm the one that can put him in the team. So, Rally, Sveni, Dunga, Ricardo, Jankowski, Dip, Olsen, Simovic, Santos, Vatic, and Harmat. The usual boys. It's just so nice to see this position, not in like a 6.8 or something. Dunga with a 7.6 so far this year. He's the third highest goal scorer on the team, which is great. On the bench, Tadic, Barbello, Krejci, Bravo, Franzeskos, who's not really had much game time at all this year, Trevino, and Peter Sorgor. Nice to see him back, although he's not going to be playing much this year, I don't think. I might even ship him out on loan on January or something. Maybe just sell him, see if we can find someone else. It's the last season, after all. I don't really want to do that, though, because he is a B67 player. So they are actually going to go with that system. That suits me down to the ground. Players not looking too sure of themselves tonight, unfortunately, which is not great. Nice to see that Schalke aren't in the best shape in certain areas. A few players lacking a little bit of like match sharpness. These guys will be down to a reasonable bad level of fitness by the time they, 60, 70 minutes runs around in this game. Also, Chris Hayden. They do. Oh, it's an American guy from New York City. How very nice. Right, question of the day. And today's question is this. What feature are you most disappointed is not currently mentioned to be put into the game for FM19? For me, it's not really a feature. I just wish they'd have mentioned something about the regens, because I really want them to look a bit better than they have done. They seem to have been getting worse over recent years. Now, I kind of know why that is, but it would be nice if this year they did look a little bit, like for this season particularly, they've looked like they were breastfed by their dads, and that is not a good look. I'm hoping that they could do something a bit more with that this year. Dip, can he find the ball in? Oh, free kick. I thought we were about to get a penalty there. So yeah, what feature are you most disappointed has not been mentioned yet for FM19? And if you have any ideas for a question of the day, drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. Jankowski, Rally does well here. Sits it through for Dunga. Rally's back. Ricardo! Oh, okay. We've started this game quite strongly. In the opening 2 minutes, we've created some stuff. This is nice. I'm a fan of this. Olsen, the space for Ricardo. Can he hit it first time? Doesn't need to, and it ricochets wide. Perfect start to the game. Lots of chances. Well, iffy. Dunga's corner. Takes it short for Olsen again. Ricardo on the edge of the box once more. Rally, Ricardo! Cleared away again, and the pressure just keeps on coming here. Ricardo, Vera. And Sporting Lisbon, of course, no surprises there, are beating Shakhtar. Dunga, edge of the box for Ricardo. He can maybe go for it. Sveningsson, I think he's offside, yeah. Not exactly unhappy with the way this game's gone so far, but I would like to see a few more proper chances for us. We're just lacking that. Oh, and Olsen smashes that wide of the goal. Sveni's not having a good time out there at all. And Schalke really are. Oh, no. Pavlenko was shoved by Santos, I think. Oh, my God. I mean, we haven't done anything since those early chances. Chris Hayden to step up, and it's saved by Milan Harmat. What a moment that is. We've had a penalty. We've saved a penalty in this game. This could be the moment that hopefully springs us on to actually create something for the rest of this one. Great save from Harmat. Half time, and Schalke have really come back into this game after a solid start from us. It's not looking good at the moment. We're just not creating at the moment. Sveningsson's playing poorly. He's just not getting the chances yet. What do we do? I think we need to get some more crosses into the box. I'm actually going to change things up a little bit. Because I think the issue is that with the 4-4-2s, what often happens is that you have this line of the midfield four line, and it makes it difficult for the fullbacks to get in between them and make those overlapping runs. So maybe just having them hit early crosses means they won't have to, and we can just get some more balls into the box for Rally and Sveningsson and make some earlier runs, perhaps. Everybody's fired up and ready to go. Come on, guys. We need to turn this into a win. The first half started well, and then it just really, really went off the boil. We need to see something special in this second half. Win this game. Turn this around into something special for us. I mean, Harmat's done his job. He's kept us in the match. Now we need to do him proud and go out there and get the win. 3-0 to Sporting, and there's still nothing happening in this game. I don't want to risk pushing forward in case we do leave gaps, as you know that we do in the past. I don't want to run that risk. Dunga's not had the best game either. We might have to start yanking players soon. 70 minutes gone. So little has happened in this game, it is unbearable. I'm going to move things around. I'm going to move Dunga off. He's had a great season so far, but Krejci gives us something slightly different, that extra passing ability. Up front, Svenningsson, I'm sorry, mate. No, but he's always capable of something special. I might pull... Rally's actually been the better of the two tonight. But maybe Mariano Bravo, just for something a little different. And we've got no option there. And we don't have Semedo on the bench. Ricardo off for Sorgård, perhaps? Yeah, I'm going to give Peter Sorgård a chance here. I am now going to take it off of the hitting early crosses, though, because I want us to work that ball into the box a bit more, because Bravo is he's not the type of player that we're just going to be thumping headers onto him, unfortunately. We've only had one shot on target the entire game. Only one real chance. Schalke have been the better side. Maybe not enough to get the win here. Space. It's going to be a Krejci long shot, isn't it? Yeah. All that for that. It's just not been good enough. We've not been able to get in behind them at all today. Too many long shots. Okay, well that looks like it's going to be a red card for Salazar. Okay. Risky, I'm aware. But they're going to be down to 10 men for the final moments of this game, and we need to try and take advantage of that and sneak a late winner. Krejci, oh my god, he's lost the ball. Jankowski, Svenningsson, Sorgård, use the runner, dip, ball in needed, cleared away, Jankowski, Olsen, Krejci, oh my god, somebody just take a shot. Oh, what a save that is from the shot from Jankowski. Okay, we've got 5 minutes probably, including stoppage time, to go and make something happen here, and nothing is going to happen, is it? It's very unlikely. Sorgård, dip, ball in, cleared away. Jankowski brings it down. Please find somebody. Krejci! Olsen puts it wide. Oh, God. Too many long shots. Just so many long shots. Olsen is still a very, very competent footballer and should be able to do better than that. Krejci. Into the channel for... Really? Attacking... While we're attacking into the channel, the referee blows the final whistle. Well, there you go. 0-0. And we didn't deserve anything more than 0-0. Didn't create anything in that game. No real good key passes. No nothing. They just completely stymied us the entire time. Milan Harmat was the best player on the pitch and saved the penalty that kept us in that. I'm glad we got a draw, frankly, because that could have been a lot worse, because if they'd scored, we were not going to be equalising. Piss poor performance. Hopefully we can do better against Sporting. We'd better do better against Sporting. Kind of relies on it now. So the first of our two off-camera games was at home against high-flying, newly promoted Sunniusk, but they were dispatched fairly easily. 2 Mariano Bravo goals. Possibly could have had more on the night, but it didn't matter. Got us the win. Another clean sheet. We then followed that up with an absolute battering of a decent AGF side who were right up there in the championship group, but we just went there and thumped them. Bravo gave us the lead, but then 4 goals from Diego Maurizio. He's scored a couple so far this season, but in this game he just broke out. Similar goals, every single one of them. Just played him into the channel, slotted it home first time. The guy has got some finishing ability, and well, see how many goals he can actually get for us in the league this year. He does seem to finally be finding his feet. It's nice to see another player that's come through our youth academy, even though he's Brazilian. I'd love to see him get a call-up one day. Won't happen during this save, but it might happen in the looking forward. You never know. But the only real annoying thing that's happened during this period is that Jonas Svenningsson hasn't played any games for us in this period because we've been bubble wrapping people, and he managed to go and get himself injured on international duty this time instead, playing for Denmark, which was great. They beat Belgium 1-0 away from home, which is a really good result for them. Matthias Olsen, I think, set up the goal, but yeah, he got a gashed head and he's going to be out for 5 to 8 days. I think he is allowed to play in this game. I think, because that was a week ago. So hopefully he will be fit, but he might not be fully fit for today's game. But I'm definitely going to start him anyway. And Cunha is back, but he's not fully match fit. He will start as well, though. Other slight issue is that Trevino has asked to leave now, and there's nothing I can really do about it anymore. He wouldn't accept anything else, so I'm going to try and fob him off. It's a shame. At the time, it looked like a good signing, and it was for free, I suppose. So we're going to ship him on. Stoke have put in a £9 million bid, which I might just accept. It's non-negotiable, but it's the only bid on the table, so I might just accept that and get him off the books in January to stop him from complaining. Give us a little bit of extra money just in case we do need to do something in January. I don't think we will do, but you never know with these injuries that could pop up at any time. So, more importantly, Schalke thumped Shakhtar by 4-0 in the early kickoff today, which means this one is very, very important. If we can come to Portugal and win here, both us and Schalke will be tied on 7 points at the top of the group, and there'll then be a 4-point gap, which will be perfect for us, knowing that we'd still get to play Sporting at home. But if we were to lose here, things could start to get very dicey, and we did not look at all convincing at home to Schalke. We need a big result here. Someone needs to step up and take this for us. I really hope we've got it in us. No team news for us at all, which is very, very positive. So, this is the system they're going to go with. It's like a 4-2-3-1. I mean, it is a 4-2-3-1, but they've got defensive midfielders, which means that centre of the park should be given free reign, basically. But those 2 defensive midfielders means Dunga's going to struggle to operate. Him coming deep to collect the ball is a just as well he does, frankly. So we're going to mark up Ngema and kind of just go from there. And, oh, God, we need to come up with something big tonight. We need a win. This is hugely important because we've still got to go to Schalke, and that could really be the one that decides the group winner. I don't think we're going to be getting this group wrapped up in 5 games somehow. So, Rally, Sveni, Dunga, Ricardo, Jankowski. Now, I've decided to not try Bruno Dip. I looked at it. Now that they were both fit and had played a decent number of games, before the last match against AGF, I decided to assess things and look at the stats compared to each other. Bruno Dip is a far more creative player because, after all, he mostly plays further up the pitch and can play there. But I feel like for today's game against Sporting, we kind of need someone who's more defensively minded, and that man is Moises Semedo. He's got more of a defensive aspect to his game. He wins twice as many tackles per game as Dip does, and I think that could really come in handy. And he's still decent going forward and has a good creative force, but he's got more defensive now. So I think for today's game, we kind of need someone like that. So Dip played in the last match, basically. So that's the team for today's game. As you can see, Cunha will probably have to come off for Olsen at some point. On the bench, Tadic, Barbello, Krejci, Bravo, Francescas, Trevino and Maurizio, although I am going to get Olsen on the bench because we're going to need him. Bring Olsen in for Trevino because he's not going to play. He doesn't want to play for us anymore, so he's not going to get a chance to. Francescos actually started the last game and put in a really solid performance as a playmaker. So that's what we're going to go with. We just have to come here and we've got to do something. We cannot afford to lose this game. That's the way I'm looking at it. We need the win, though. So they are going with that system. We'll go for it in game up. Maybe the 2 wide men. I'm not sure. The team seem a little bit happier than they did against Schalke, but not by much. What's going on? My assistant also reckons that we should go after Julio Enriquez, so we might well do that as well and leave the others be for now. We're fresher than them in most areas, but it's negligible. Svenningsson is the only player that's really lacking any kind of real not sharpness, but like his actual condition, because he's only just recovered, so we might have to look at bringing him off at some point in today's game. We just need something big here. It's as simple as that. Right, let's do this. This has to be a huge, huge moment in this save. Because I think if we were to lose here, there's a real danger of us not even getting out of the group. And that would be a terrible way to finish the season, to have the last season in this save go. Because, you know, we've had much better. This is a good group for us, really. Knocked out. Santos. Okay, possession's surely coming back our way a little bit now. Good to see Cunha back again. It really is. Ricardo. Can he find a cross or will he drop it short? Rally. Semedo. Cunha! Oh, imagine if he'd scored. We might have to look a bit longer in the second period of this one. Maybe that's something we should have tried against Schalke. They've got overlaps this time. Romeu. Ball in. Cleared away. Dominguez. Oh, what a save. Oh. Really? Somehow on the rebound, Jose Manuel Guzman was able to put it in, and now we trail. It's a great save from Harmat, and now we are in deep trouble. It's a good ball in. It's well cleared, but it comes back to Dominguez here. The initial strike. Oh, come on. Guzman, very, very clever on the rebound there. Great. Now we're in trouble. So, move the microphone down a bit. Prevent short goal could distribution. Maybe go a little bit longer. Got to try and hit some balls to rally. I think that's probably our best bet at this point. And it sucks that that's had to be what we've resort to at this point. But, oh, wait, hang on. What I want to do, actually, is mark the crap out of Galliano. Well, half-time, and frankly, we've been even worse than we were against Schalke, and I do not know what's suddenly gone wrong. They're just not playing. The tactic, admittedly, that they're playing is a bit unorthodox, but come on, guys, we're better than this. And against Schalke, it wasn't unorthodox. It was a bloody 4-4-2. We just seem to have lost all creative abilities. I am going to go to attacking for the second half, because normally I wouldn't, but we are losing the game. So the only thing we can do is lose by more goals if we don't sort something out here. Something has to change, frankly. This has been shocking. Not a single the only highlight I could think of was Cunha slicing one wide. Other than that, nothing has happened in this game at all. They're just trying to kill the game off, and we're allowing them to do it, which is the most disappointing factor of this one. Cunha, Jankowski, I might throw an extra player on in the midfield just to try and go for something here. Semedo, can he find a cross? Ball in, rally! Saved by Roque Allen, the first pseudo chance for us at the entire game. Right, we've got to do something. This is getting stupid. We're moving to the frozen hug of death. We're going to up the tempo, close down, get stuck in a little bit more, also put it onto attacking too. Come on, find an equaliser. If we get away with a 1-1 draw here, it would be a mugging, frankly, which we would not deserve anything from, but at least it would keep us in contention in the group fairly comfortably, and hopefully allow us to have a better game at some point. Cunha, in behind for Svenningsson. He's through. He's going to shoot from a stupid angle, isn't he? No. Ball in. Rally! Over the crossbar. He got in there and had the chance, and that was a really good one too. Right, Dunga's had a woeful time. I don't know why. He just has. He's been really, really poor. I'm going to keep the strikers on. They're doing fine. Jankowski's not been the most... You know what? Screw it. We're going to give him a chance. He played well in the last game. Cunha's going to come off too. He's booked and he's a bit knackered. We're going to have Olsen. 20 minutes. Can we rescue ourselves a point from this game? We've created a little bit in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Can we push for another 20 minutes of that and hopefully find something in this match? Hopefully that something we find isn't going to be another goal against, but We've not been good enough. We just haven't. Guzman. Enough players in the box. I was about to say, enough players in the box to prevent this if the cross comes in, and then they all just left him and walked away. Oh well, it's not like we were set to mark tighter on him or, you know. We don't deserve anything from this game. There's so many players in the box, and they just let him waltz across the front of them and put the ball in the back of the net for 2-0 to Sporting. Shocking. We drew the home game, so we could actually finish above them. I don't bloody know at this point, but we've definitely got to beat Sporting. That's key. And hope that Schalke do it as well. Guzman. Oh, come on. End me. Stop the world. I want to get off. What are we doing now? This isn't even about the switch in the tactic. These aren't situations that would have not happened if we didn't have the extra man in midfield. Because he's just gone out there, whipped a ball in, the defender's covering him, and he's just, yeah, been out-jumped, and that's a shame. Okay, I'm going to switch it off this because we can't afford to lose any more goals, frankly. I would say I'm amazed, but I'm not amazed looking at the performance. We've been woeful. And they thoroughly deserve to smash us, frankly, and they have done. Oh, come on. Now we're conceding from goddamn set pieces as well. It's just a perfect storm of nonsense. And by that, I just mean that we're playing like crap. Yeah, shocking. 4-0. It's as simple as that. Come on, don't let another... Right, there you go. Sporting Lisbon 4, B67 0. Probably the worst performance I've ever seen on this save. Like, in terms of balance of what should have happened and what did happen. Sporting aren't that good. They're decent, but they're not lose 4-0 to them good. We didn't even lose 4-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, calm down. It doesn't matter. It's happened now. We're in real trouble, and we're going to have to try and dig ourselves out of this in the next video, because that was woeful. Well, the less said about that one, the better. Ironically, before that game, we hadn't conceded a single goal in 7 consecutive competitive matches, including the Champions League. And to be fair, sometimes in FM, you just get results. Like, we beat Bayern 7-1. Sometimes that just happens. We were bound to be on the end of something like this in the end. And it's not like we deserved anything from the game. We absolutely didn't. But 4-0? Ooh, dear. Yeah, that is a problem. And next episode is going to be vital, because we've got games against Sporting and Shakhtar, because, of course, the way the schedule's gone. Sporting at home, Shakhtar at home. We have to win both of those games. It would put us on 10 points. It would put us in a good position still going into that final game away at Schalke, which, let's face it, is going to be absolutely crucial now. But we must win the next 2 matches to have any chance at going through. And I don't know how we're going to overthrow the 4-0 deficit to Sporting, and just have to hope we finish on more points than them, frankly, and that they slip up away at Shakhtar, I guess. Right, if you enjoyed this episode, in spite of all that, do drop a like on the video. That would be awesome. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this, hopefully less like this and more like good things in the future. That'd be awesome too. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the most important games that we've ever played in this save, frankly. I want to make sure this last season isn't a total dud, because at the moment it is heading that way. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.